You have noticed it, maybe recently, maybe it has been creeping in for a while. The mornings that take a little longer, the energy that does not quite come back the way it used to, the quiet question you push away because it feels too big to look at directly. Is this just the beginning of a long decline? Today science has something unexpected to say about that. This is Lumine.Science. Let's go deeper. For most of human history, aging was simply accepted. You were born, you grew, you aged, you died, as fixed and inevitable as the sun rising. That is changing. In the last 5 years, a new generation of scientists has begun treating aging not as fate, but as a biological problem. One that, like so many before it, might yield to understanding. And what they are finding is stranger and more hopeful than almost anything else happening in science today. Inside every cell in your body, at the end of every strand of DNA, is a structure called the telomere. Think of it as the plastic tip at the end of a shoelace, protecting the DNA from fraying. Every time a cell divides, those telomeres get a little shorter. Eventually they become so short the cell can no longer safely divide. It stops, it lingers, and as it lingers, it releases inflammatory signals that accelerate the aging of neighboring cells. Scientists call these zombie cells. They will not die, and they will not stop causing damage. In 2025, researchers identified drugs already approved for diabetes that may be repurposed to specifically clear zombie cells from aging tissue. Human trials are underway right now, but there is a deeper layer. It is called the epigenome. Your DNA does not change in your lifetime, but the way it is read, which genes are switched on, which are off, changes constantly. And as you age, that system of switches becomes increasingly disordered. Scientists call this epigenetic noise. Cells that were once specialists begin to lose their identity, and the machinery of your body begins, very slowly, to blur. Here is the extraordinary part. In a landmark experiment, researchers used a set of proteins to partially reprogram old cells in mice. After 7 months, tissues showed significantly lower expression of aging genes, not just slowed, partially reversed. Harvard's own research has already rejuvenated elderly human cells in laboratory conditions using just 6 molecules, with no genetic editing. 6 molecules. Cells that were old, made young again. The drugs are coming, but you do not have to wait, because the most powerful interventions for slowing biological aging are already available to you today. Free exercise. 20 minutes of moderate movement 5 days a week measurably lengthens telomeres. People who exercise regularly have cells that are biologically younger than sedentary people of the same age. Not metaphorically, measurably. Sleep. During deep sleep your brain flushes toxic proteins linked to Alzheimer's. Consistently sleeping less than 6 hours accelerates cellular aging. 7 to 9 hours, a dark cool room, a consistent schedule. These are biological requirements, not lifestyle preferences. And connection. The people who live longest and best share one characteristic more consistently than any other, not their diet or their genes, the quality of their relationships. Deep, genuine social connection is associated with longer telomeres and measurably slower biological aging. The people who live longest are not the ones who found the right pill, they are the ones who found the right people. Aging is no longer just a fact of life, it is a question. And for the first time, science is genuinely, carefully beginning to find the answers. You are not alone in the fear of it, and you are not powerless against it. Move, sleep, connect, start today. That is today's episode of Lumine.Science. If this gave you something, a new perspective, a little hope, please like this video, subscribe for a new episode every week, and leave a comment. What are you going to change? We read every single one. Thank you for being here. We will see you in the next one.